The traffic on any road in a Sri Lankan town or city will tell you all about this country's relationship with vehicles. Specifically, that we have a lot of them. While vehicle registrations have dropped drastically recently as a result of import controls, the Ministry of Transport has recorded a steady increase from 1997 up until 2015. Sri Lankans' attachment to and evident passion for modern transportation dates back 120 years to 1902, when the first ever car entered Sri Lanka. The 8 HP single-cylinder Rover automobile was brought down by Edgar Money, a local businessman. Roads at the time were barely built and linked only a few key towns around the island, but were gradually improved and extended to cover more and more of the country between the 1940s and the 1960s. In the 1960s, there was an abrupt halt to the influx of vehicles to Sri Lanka when the government imposed a ban on all exports in order to fix a foreign exchange deficit. With the import of vehicles to Sri Lanka stopped, the ones already in the country needed to be maintained and preserved. This prompted the formation of the Veteran Car Club of Ceylon, which was later renamed the Vintage Car Owners Club. As a result of this, an appreciation for older vehicles became a part of Sri Lankan culture through events and gatherings hosted by car enthusiasts, even after the ban of vehicle imports was reversed. After the reversal, a key trade relationship that impacted vehicle imports was with Japan. Products ranging from plastic, iron, steel, electrical machinery, chemical products, and of course vehicles were brought in from the country. Among these was the car brand Toyota, which remains a popular choice for Sri Lankans even today. Sri Lanka also resumed importing from India's Tata Motors following the reversal of the import ban. Sri Lanka had imported the first Tata truck in 1961, and Tata opened a branch on the island in 1977. Buses were also imported from India from Ashok Leyland, which also eventually opened a Sri Lankan branch in 1983. The production of the tuk-tuk by local company David Pierce Motors in the late 1970s also marked a shift in the local automotive industry. Tuk-tuks had up until then been imported from India and Indonesia. Being locally produced made the vehicles more affordable, and they quickly became an integral mode of transportation for Sri Lankans. The beginning of the Civil War in 1983 resulted in fleets of armoured vehicles being imported by the country, alongside the expansion of the Sri Lanka Armoured Corps. Military vehicles such as Ferret Scout cars, Saladin armoured cars, and BTR 152 BAPCs continued to be brought into the country until the end of the war in 2009. The economic instability of the war years did not, however, entirely stop Sri Lankans from owning vehicles. By the 1980s, the country had 523,732 vehicles on its roads, a number that steadily increased in the following decades. In 2019, Sri Lanka's vehicle population stood at more than 8 million, and despite the current vehicle import ban, is sure to keep increasing.